Go. Go ahead, Kip. Go slow. You're scaring him. Go slow. Wait, Kip, wait. No. Kip. Kip, be careful, he'll run you over. Come here.
What?
Come here. Come here. Get over here. Think. Go. Try that shovel. Try that
Mom, this way you can go out. This is cheap. Come on, this way. It's amazing. Johnny.
Kip, get down.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Want me to videotape you?
Huh?
Want me to videotape you?
Not really.
That's what I like to do, things you don't want me to do.
I see something green in there. What's that hole? You see something green in there that the guy has, right?
Yep.
Ooh. Mom, I can't see.
You and Harvey go down and I'll take a picture of you. Harvey, wait for Kip. Stand right there. Put your arm around him. Here, right there, right. Get him. Kip. Get beside Harvey. Stay right there, don't move. Kip, get back.
Mom, I see dead things.
Come here.
Hey, dude. Where's the dead friend?
I'd love to get a drone breeze.
up there like the sky.
There's the sky.
People that have been in a long, long time.
Here, you want to say?
You can flip through here.
Oh, there you go.
As one of the great mission fields of the Spanish America.
Kip, get down. Kip.
There's that collar.
Buy a ham now.
Really pretty. It's tile. What? Yeah, it's really
Come on.
Overnight, about the America's first plane matched the Soviet Union with only 13 minutes acceleration space. America's new president makes a startling challenge. In a the first try of the space age. Near midnight on the last day of January, landing the all-powered satellite becomes the first American satellite to achieve. It will stay in space 12 years, complete 58,000 of the flight, and put America on square at the space race. 3 weeks before America, Russia sends the first man into space. 27-year-old Yuri Gagarin, America's first attempt to match the Soviet Vanguard. And using a modified Redstone rocket, America can only make a short solo landing satellite. But out of it grows explorer astronaut. Near midnight on the last day of January 1958, it becomes the first American satellite to achieve 15 minutes exploration. It will stay in space 12 years. Medical consultants
Oh, and that was worn by Alan Shepard, John Glenn, and Wally Chavez.
One week command song. And then 2 weeks
Its hopes and fears resting on the man who was promised, Alan Shepard.
flight suit. Oh, they put my supposed to get my flight suit. My flight suit's on a pilot.
Should give it to you?
My guess. My flight suit.
Do they got these brown nets in there, do you know? He's got to be there by 5 o'clock. He's got to leave at 5:30. His team does. We'll go over to the checks here. Got enough room in your locker?
I need to. Well, if you don't get dizzy, it's not going to work.
He gets dizzy, but he won't get sick.
Oh, I don't want you to get sick, just dizzy. Right-handed or left-handed? Right? So your right hand up, just like this. Open it. Open your hand all the way. Ready? As soon as it drops, catch it. Okay? Ready? Ready? 0.24. 2 more times. 0.23. One more. 0.21. So give your average of 0.23. So what you do is hold the seat on the sides here. Cross your feet. Just do cross your feet. Bend your head all the way down. It's just your head, not your back. Bend your head all the way down. Okay. And close your eyes. Okay? You ready?
Oh, that's not fast.
Oh, we're just trying to get him dizzy, not sick. You could have always been on this thing. You would have got sick. Look at that.
I would have had to leave you.
Look at that trash can right over there, boy.
You instruct here too?
Huh?
You instruct the kids?
I don't do the space camp. That's a 24-hour job. I didn't want to do that. Because they have to stay here with the kids. You sleep here and everything. Not for me. I'm sorry. I get along with some kids, but no. Stay with them all week. I got my brother. That's a deal. You okay? Oh, don't open your eyes. Are you okay? Okay. You're not getting dizzy at all, are you? No. Really? I want to ask you if you're dizzy, lie to me and say you are. Alright, tilt your head all the way back. Okay. Now open your eyes. Well, let's see if you're dizzy. Let's look at it. Oh, you are little. Now your eyes are twitching. Okay. Your head's fall. Stick your hand out. Stick your right hand up. As soon as it drops, catch it. Okay? You ready? Oh, did you use reaction time to make it better or worse? Forgot to ask you that. Better or worse? His reaction time.
Better.
Yeah, did you just see him catch it?
Yeah.
That's right. That was 0.18, 0.15.
Is that good?
Oh my gosh. 0.13. That's an average of 0.15. Oh my god, you went up good. What was his first? It was 0.2.
0.23 or something.
Oh yeah, it was 0.23. That's the best I've ever seen anybody through. Went from 0.23 to 0.15. If it was actually 0.23.
Are you dizzy?
His eyes were twitching a little, so he was a little dizzy. Yeah, that's... Where are y'all visiting from? Come on up over here. Just keep your feet right where they were. Yes, okay. Now you're going to be strapped in with a 5-point harness, just like you see race car drivers.
Here, put it down.
Can you breathe? Just fit your feet right up here. So I can get out. Now just walk forward. Don't worry, you won't fall off. Now go back. Okay, now stop right there. Now grab the rails right above your head, underneath your head. Okay? Now put your feet underneath your chair. There you go. Now go forward just by using your hands. Now don't let yourself fall off or fall down, because you have to pull yourself the whole way, okay? Okay, now go the other way. So y'all have any questions on this?
No.
Okay. He's going to demonstrate for you the 3 steps to move on. First one's the bunny hop. Alright, what I want you to do now is just see, bounce up and down. Bounce up and down real hard. Push up real hard. Now what I want you to do is lean forward. Put on, no, forward. This way. Lean this way. Okay, now jump. Jump that way. Lean forward. This is the bunny hop. Oh. Wait a second. I forgot to get another line. Alright, stay still, stay. Alright, that's better. Okay, the bunny hop's through. Alright, remember, lean forward. Alright, this is the bunny hop. Lean, like this. Like this. Just like this. Lean forward. See how I'm leaning forward? There you go. There you go. Jump up. Jump up. There you go. This is the bunny hop. There you go. Okay. The second step is called the side step. This is the side step. Charter. Good. There you go. Do that. This is the side step. Okay. The last one is called the slow motion jog. Okay, what you're going to do now is just like this, right? Watch me. It's like this. Okay, you understand? Okay, ready? I'll give you a bounce. Ready? Left foot, then your right, then your left. There you go. Lean forward. So which one do you like the best? Bunny hop all the way back. Lean forward. There you go. You're not going to fall out. There you go. Just a little bit more. Almost there. Okay. Now I want you to stay still, okay? Yes.
Yeah, they don't have to get covered.
and were swung away from the vehicle to provide service for themselves. You are following in the footsteps of men who have walked down the beach. The orange steel structure is an access arm. This access arm is about 6 feet long and weighs over 50,000 pounds. For one, it was located about 410 feet above the ground. Near the top of the utility tower on the
All the way to the front. All the way to the front. All the way up, probably. All the way to the front.
while they lived and worked on the moon. The letter on the side of the lunar module could never support the weight of a fully spacesuited astronaut on Earth. But in lunar gravity, a 200-pound Earth man would only weigh a little over 30 pounds. Neil Armstrong was the first to use the lunar module ladder on the first moon landing, July 20th, 1969.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Each crew of astronauts set up scientific equipment around their lunar base camp. The instruments measured moonquakes, temperature variations, and cosmic particles hitting the moon. Scientific equipment at each base camp was powered by a nuclear electric generator. Data was relayed to Earth for years before the equipment was turned off from Earth. It can be turned on again whenever more information is needed. The large umbrella-shaped antenna acted as a transmitting and receiving relay station between mission control on Earth and men at work on the lunar surface. In order to work on the moon, each astronaut was outfitted in a heavy spacesuit with life support systems in his backpack. Without that suit, a man could never survive the vacuum of space, deadly solar radiation, and temperatures in hundreds of degrees. Moving about in heavy spacesuits was restrictive, but the lower lunar gravity was helpful. At the right of the moon base exhibit, a lunar rover vehicle is being deployed. Lunar rover vehicles were used by spring Apollo crews to drive over the moon's surface. With battery-powered four-wheel drive, the rover allowed the astronauts to travel several miles from their base camp. Top speed was about 9 miles an hour.
And when he hits the craters, it starts bouncing. It's when he gets his rooster tail. And you are really bouncing. He's got about 2 wheels on the ground. It's a big rooster tail out of all 4 wheels. And if he turns, he skids, the back ends can break loose just like on snow. Then I'll tell you, if you've never seen a drummer like this.
The rover also carried the astronauts to the mountains of the moon and to the edge of deep craters. The astronauts collected rock and soil samples from many areas of the moon for study back on Earth. 3 slightly used rovers are still on the moon, just waiting for someone to arrive with fresh batteries.
Okay, Houston, as I stand out here, the wonders of the unknown.
end of each exploration, the crew would blast off in the upper half of the lunar module, the ascent stage. The lower half served as their launch platform. American astronauts went to the moon in peace for all mankind, and they will return. However, the next lunar mission will be flown by a new generation of astronauts and spaceships. The men of Apollo are looking to today's young men and women and the teenagers of America to carry out the next flight to the moon. The challenge is yours. Today's youth must prepare to plan that voyage, build the spaceships, design lunar bases, and again travel to the moon in peace for all mankind.
Okay, folks, hope you enjoyed that segment of this two-part program. Now, we do have another part for you next door, and you'll be moving into that room just as soon as we get the doors open. Meantime, though, these lights, bright lights on the equipment, the overhead lights, will remain on for 2 minutes. They're on the computer, so they will be going off in 2 minutes. But if you'd like to take the time to get a little closer to these two pieces of space hardware, take pictures, feel free to do so. We do have one door open now, though, so you can start moving into the room. And it will be better if you could get your pictures before you get up on the very top of the ramp up here. If you wait till you get up here, once we get the two lines moving, then it tends to slow things down, and also the lights will go out, so you might get your pictures before you get up here to be better. You'll be going into the firing room. There are two levels that you go into through these two different doors. So
until the closing years of the United States' second century, the moon was far beyond man's grasp. It was as untouchable, as unassailable as it had been at the beginning of recorded time. The Apollo Saturn V was the ingenious instrument which would bridge the border. Standing 36 stories tall and with a fiery breath producing 180 million horsepower. This massive machine was a product of the combined imaginations, talents, and skills of a determined people. It was created as a response to a call to yield to no nation our leadership in science, technology, and the ability to sail this new ocean of space.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Putting Americans on the moon was a national effort. More than 400,000 Americans were directly involved in Apollo. They labored in industrial complexes, universities, and NASA centers from the Atlantic to the Pacific, from the Gulf of Mexico to the Canadian border. It was to the Kennedy Space Center that the nation's rivers of technology would flow, to meet and emerge, to expose their cargo to a test by fire. It is here that creation ends. It is here that this dormant machine of 15 million separate parts is given birth for a brief but purposeful life, to carry men where no man has gone before. An Apollo Saturn launch countdown for a lunar mission is underway. You are in the firing room, containing the control and monitoring equipment for the most powerful space vehicle ever launched. The countdown is over at T-minus 3 minutes and 15 seconds. 3 hours ago, the astronaut crew left their quarters and moved to the launch pad. They are now inside the spacecraft, waiting for the countdown to be picked up. The display board on your right indicates that NASA's worldwide tracking network is ready for launch. The network includes ground stations, tracking ships, and specially instrumented aircraft. The terminal count sequence board on your left shows the present status of the launch vehicle. When the countdown is resumed, this board will display the final 3 minutes, 7 seconds of launch activity. The test supervisor is polling his test conductors. It should be ready to pick up the count.
CTSS, verify go for launch.
CTSS, verify go for launch.
CTSC, verify go for launch.
CTSC, verify go for launch.
SRO, verify go for launch.
SRO, verify go for launch.
LM, verify go for launch.
LS, go for launch.
DLO, verify go for launch.
Go for launch.
CTS, go.
Attention all personnel, the countdown clock will start on my mark at T-minus 3 minutes and 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, mark. T-minus 3 minutes and 15 seconds, counting.
Minus 3:10.
This is Apollo 7 launch control. We are go for Apollo 11. Firing command coming in now. We're on an automatic sequence as the master computer supervises hundreds of events occurring over these last few minutes. We are go with all elements of the mission at this time.
This is the launch operations manager. The launch team wishes you a good luck and Godspeed. Thank you very much. No big deal.
And the final checks between several key members of the crew here in the control center and the astronauts. Launch operations manager Paul Donnelly wish the crew on the launch team's behalf good luck and Godspeed. Neil Armstrong reported back when he received the good wishes. Thank you very much. We know it will be a good flight. We are still go on Apollo 11 at this time. The vehicle is starting to pressurize as far as the phone tanks are concerned, and all is still go. So monitor our status square. 2 minutes, 10 seconds, and counting. The target for the Apollo 11 astronauts, the moon at liftoff, will be at a distance of 218,096 miles away. We're just past the 2-minute mark on the countdown. T-minus 1 minute, 54 seconds, and counting. Our status board indicates that the oxidizer tanks in the second and third stages now have pressurized. We continue to build up pressure in all 3 stages here at the last minute to prepare for liftoff. T-minus 1 minute, 35 seconds on the Apollo mission, the flight to land the first men on the moon. All indications coming in to the control center at this time indicate we are go. 1 minute, 25 seconds incoming. Our status board indicates the third stage completely pressurized. 80-second mark has now been passed. We'll go on full internal power at the 50-second mark in the countdown. Guidance system goes on internal at 17 seconds. We're up to the ignition sequence at 8.9 seconds. We're approaching the 60-second mark on the Apollo 11 mission. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We passed T-minus 60. 55 seconds and counting. Neil Armstrong just reported back. It's been a real smooth countdown. We passed the 50-second mark. Power transfer is complete. We're on internal power with the launch vehicle at this time. 40 seconds away from the Apollo 11 liftoff. All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still go with Apollo 11. 30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence. 6.
July 20th, 1969, man became a creature of another world. He had begun the exploration of the solar system. 5 more crews would follow as Apollo astronauts explored this alien world. Apollo's achievements represent a peak in mankind's technological development. But Apollo also brought us a new realization of the smallness and
facility. There are 2 identical processing bays. After a space flight, Space Shuttle Orbiter is brought to one of these bays to be made ready for the next flight. Any remaining fuel is drained, and all fuel lines, pumps, and engines are cleaned and carefully checked. Cargo and experiment packages are removed. All systems are checked, and any needed replacements are made. Cargo and experiment packages for the next flight are installed. Sometimes a payload is installed after the shuttle is on the launch pad. When the orbiter has completed its checkout in the orbiter processing facility, it is towed into the VAB through a door on the north side.
To the right, you can see a crawler transporter used to move the space shuttle and its mobile launch platform, which have a combined weight of 11 million pounds, to the launch pad. The transporter is about half the size of a football field and weighs 6 million pounds. There are 8 moving tracks with 57 cleats on each. Each cleat weighs 1 ton. Propulsion is provided by 2 large diesel engines, which power electric motors, which turn the treads. Maximum speed is 1 mile per hour with the space shuttle atop, and 2 miles per hour unloaded. A hydraulic jacking system can vary the height of the deck at either or both ends of the vehicle as much as 6 feet, allowing the transporter's load to be kept level as it moves up the 5-degree incline to the launch pad. The transporter requires an operating crew of about 20 engineers and technicians. The driver sits in a glass-enclosed cab facing the direction of travel.
For your safety and security, stay with your group. You are not permitted to go outside of the immediate tour stop area.
We're going to stop here for a few minutes. Some of you might like to walk between the bus and the fence, take the boosters and the space shuttle's engines at liftoff. This will be on the launch pad when they launch the shuttle off the launch pad. This are on the other 2. It's a mobile launcher. They do not launch from right there. Inside the building, beyond those big doors, is where the space shuttles are mated with their boosters. There's our second transport crawler sitting right outside the building. It just carried a big launch platform back in. If you look beyond those doors inside, you'll see the big platforms. Now the 4-story structure on the right front.
On your right, adjacent to the vehicle assembly building, is a horizontal structure called the Launch Control Center. This is considered the nerve center of the entire Launch Complex 39. Behind the black vertical louvers at the top of the building are the firing rooms, where launch preparation is monitored and controlled by a network of computers. Government and contractor personnel inside represent all facets of the space shuttle and its payloads during the final checkout and launch.
We're going to follow this roadway on our right, all the way over to Launch Pad V. It's Transport Crawler's roadway, and then we'll have a camera stop out there, and then we'll follow it back from Pad A. We'll go by Launch Pad A. 2 launch pads. On the right front is the press site. That's where they're at during the launches. We're 3.5 miles from Pad A, 4.25 miles to Launch Pad V. Waterway in front of us. They come in here with an ocean-going barge from over by New Orleans, carries the space shuttle's fuel tank, a little bit too large to be brought in anyway but by barge. Sort of a dark orange color, the fuel tank. Here's
Here's the roadway on the left. You can see the track marks the transport crawler made carrying that launch platform back from Pad B. They moved back this way Monday.
The stone path to the left of the bus is the crawler way. The crawler transporter moves the mobile launch platform and the space shuttle over this roadway to the launch pad. The crawler way, which is as wide as an 8-lane highway, was originally designed to support the combined weight of the transporter.
41 shuttle flights went off of these two launch pads. All the men that walked on the moon went from out here as well. The Russian flight rendezvoused with the Russian cosmonauts. American flight rendezvoused with the Russian cosmonauts. Went from here, and those went worked and lived in the space station went from these two launch pads as well.
Ahead are the two launch pads of Complex 39. These sites are very historic. From here, astronauts departed Earth and walked on another body in our solar system. From here, a space station as large as a house trailer was lofted into space to become an Earth orbital home for 3 different flight crews. From here, a manned craft was sent on a space mission and returned to Earth to be used again and again. These launch pads hold the excitement of past achievements, but the future of these sites holds promise of achievements beyond our fondest expectations. We have come right, made mankind's first...
Florida, a white fiberglass lightning mast stands sentry atop the tower, rising 347 feet above the surface. A tower adjacent to the pad contains 300,000 gallons of water used during launches for cooling and sound suppression.
Well, the astronauts are in orbit now. We have 7 of them up there in space. Launched from here. A week ago today. Scheduled to land in California Friday. Medical research mission. That's why they have the space lab working with it in the cargo bay. 7 astronauts, 4 men, 3 women. Launched from this launch pad. Space Shuttle Columbia. It's the oldest of the 4 space shuttles, 10 years old. After this flight, it'll be refurbished down in California. Pad A is over on the right front. 2 launch pads pretty much identical.
Pad A was a launch site for Apollo 11, the first lunar landing. However, its worldwide fame is growing, for it is the launch site of the Space Shuttle. On April 12, 1981, the first Space Shuttle, Columbia, demonstrated America's resolve to further expand.
Why you can't go there?